Awesome. So welcome everybody. I am so excited for tonight's presentation. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey Eberhart. I live in Los Angeles, California. I run a business coaching and consulting company, as well as a mastermind called the Platinum Inner Circle. And our real shtick, if you will, is to help businesses double, triple, quadruple. We're not the people you call in to grow your business by 5 or 10%. We are, if you are committed in action. We provide basically three things: coaching, consulting, and community, all wrapped under one real big circle. So tonight is really exciting for both Ryan and I. I'm gonna explain who Ryan is here in a second, but here's the thing about business. You basically have four components of business that if you're not really working on, you got some issues. You have to generate leads. Those leads have to turn into appointments. Those appointments need to turn into presentations, and those presentations ultimately turn into sales. And in the very beginning of this entire process are leads. If you are not generating leads for your business on an ongoing basis, you're dead in the water 60 to 90 days later. So what you do today shows up as sales 60 to 90 days from now. And so really tonight we're going to focus is in that very, 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 very beginning stage of where do you even send people, okay? And so tonight we're going to be talking about landing pages, and I'm going to bring Ryan up here in a second. But I just want to first off welcome you all. If you've never been around us before, we're kind of fun. We like to have a good time, but we really do mean business about business, right? And so we work with business owners at all levels of business, and really we're here to serve. We're here to help, we're here to serve, and you're here because you are somewhere in our ecosystem. You're either in one of our 60 meetup groups that Ryan and I own together. You're either in the Expand the Business Facebook group. If you're not in the Expand the Business Facebook group and you'd like to be, you can search it out. There's 3,300 entrepreneurs inside of there. It's a fantastic Facebook group. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Or you're on my social media, or you're on our email list. So we're super awesome, super excited to have you here. Let me just say with that. So tonight we're going to be talking about landing pages, and landing pages are one of the things that just scares the bejesus out of a lot of business owners that don't have them. Once you understand why you need one, what they are, and how they are utilized, your business will change literally overnight. And here's why. Let's say Nanette goes to a networking event and she's meeting people. She gets a business card. Let's face it, kids, most of us don't follow up with people. That's just the bottom line. And we don't know what to do with people, right? We generate a lead at a networking event, or we generate some exposure on social media, or we generate a piece of business on Google, and nobody knows where they go, okay? So tonight we're gonna really be focused in on landing pages. And so here's the deal. I'm gonna put you guys on gallery view because I wanna see all your faces. So here's the deal. I'm going to literally do something I don't normally do in a sales conversation. Is I'm going to tell you up front, at the end of this, we're going to make you an offer. It's going to be a whopping $49. Okay. So I don't want to get anybody scared. There's nothing more to buy. It's a $49 offer. You're either going to be in or out. You're not going to have to decide one way or the other. You're either going to see and get it, or you're not. Okay. So Ryan is the best in the world at building these things and showing and explaining landing pages and how they work in growing a business. So I met Ryan probably 15 years ago. Ryan's father-in-law and I were very good friends. They ran a direct mail company out of their office. He's been in direct response marketing literally for his whole life. I know he looks like he's 7. But he's been in the direct response and really marketing and sales and growing businesses his whole adult life. And I used to go up to their office and just sit, and I was mesmerized because here is a guy who is watching everything that he does. He's tweaking copy. He's talking about advertising. He's talking about marketing. He's tweaking the copywriting of sales letters. And then he's getting on the phone and having thousands and thousands of conversations, not only with entrepreneurs, but other business owners, and talking to them about business and marketing. And so when we had the opportunity to work together, and I had the opportunity to partner up with Ryan in taking over some meetups here in Los Angeles, we've grown our meetup portfolio here in Los Angeles to over 60 meetups. We got over 70,000 people in that portfolio of meetups. And we really, they're all pretty much here in Los Angeles, and they're really designed to help business owners grow their business. So that's really where Ryan and I both come from. And so tonight, Ryan's going to walk you through a process. He's going to talk about what a landing page is, what components of a landing page you need to put your landing page together. And then he's going to go a little bit past that in what happens after a landing page is built. Okay. Ryan, should I just tell them what we're going to offer them at the end, even before you show them?
Sure.
Okay. So here's the deal. Most of you don't even have a map or a blueprint on how an email sequence works, or a landing page, or an appointment setting software works. So for 49 bucks at the end of this, what Ryan's going to do is offer you, like, get on the phone with him one-on-one. It will be Ryan. You'll talk to him about your particular business, and he will literally design out a blueprint for your business for 49 bucks. He's going to give you that blueprint for the land. I've got an example in here what he's going to give you. And then look, if you've got a tech team, you can literally hand this to them and say, this is what I want, go implement this. And because it's going to be designed for your business, they should be able to do that. If you want to engage Ryan and our team in building it, you can, but 49 bucks is the blueprint. And I think it's silly that he's doing it for 49 bucks. He only has a few spots on his schedule, but he's doing it because we are here to serve, and we are over having conversations with people that don't have a landing page and know even where to send people. Okay. So with that, Ryan, I'm going to let you kind of take over. I'm going to kind of interject as we go. Our goal is to have you guys out of here by 6. If we might go a few minutes over, but the goal is 6. So with that, Ryan, take it away, my friend.
All right. Well, yes. A lot of this stems from even this whole meetup, and even what Casey is talking about, what we're just offering is just, it stems from literally thousands of conversations with many different entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, even up into corporate marketing directors, and just having all of these conversations. It all comes down to really understanding a process, like a landing page. We've all heard of them, but what is the process of actually getting that started? So tonight we're going to go over all of the things of, like Casey said, elements of the landing page, what we need in it, the most critical things that we need in it, what we don't need in it, which is very important, and also the map of, okay, this is my landing page, now what? So before we go into too far, let me just make sure my screen shares. And it does. Cool. Let me see. All right, so let me put this on. So we put together a nice little slide deck for you tonight to help us follow along. So tonight we are, like we said, building a landing page to build your lead list. As Casey mentioned, my name is Ryan Begley. I specialize in high concept web and funnel development. High concept meaning, maybe we're taking something out of thin air and trying to see even if it makes sense, if the marketplace takes a bite. That's what we really mean of high concept, something that really hasn't yet been proven, or maybe something that has been proven and we're trying to optimize that. So if you're lost on high concept, that's kind of the definition on that. But direct response marketing, I have been in direct response marketing for over 12 years now. Primarily 8 years of that was almost direct mail, and using landing pages within direct mail. And I've worked with, startups, solopreneurs, teams of 5, and corporate accounts, and multi 6-figure accounts. So I worked literally every range of where you could possibly kind of work with. Trades, as you see, I do love trading almost anything and everything. So stocks, indices, I love cryptos and commodities and Forex, do it all. So that's something I also do on my little side, on the side. Casey mentioned Meetup. You may be here from Meetup, and that's been a fun adventure to manage. And affiliate marketing, I am, built my primary income with affiliate marketing. So I know it fairly well. This was from back in the day at our office. We had like a 3,500 square foot office. Casey used to go hang out with us. This is just a little glimpse on what we used to do. We actually had 4 of these printers. They're about 16 feet wide, and they ran literally 24/7. And we stuffed mail. We did about 50,000 letters a month, and this was all personal promotion. This isn't for anybody else except for our stuff. So that was my life for about 8 years. We did that, and then optimized the sales funnel and conversions, which was a whole nother story, but we'll leave that for another day. So let's get into why you're here tonight. Landing pages. One, there are 2 major components to internet marketing, period. There's lead generation, and then you have your sales process. So lead generation is what we are covering tonight, okay? And this is really everything that happens, it's all, there's branding, SEO, there's a ton of stuff that comes into lead generation, but it's before they're in the door, before somebody's raised their hand and saying, hey, I'm interested. It's before the sales process. Once they've came in, there's a sales process, a huge process, but tonight we're covering lead generation. And this is kind of what we're talking about in a diagram. The landing page is at the forefront of the entire sales generation process. This is it kind of looks maybe daunting to some, but this is a standard sales generation process. And as you can see, we have the landing page sitting in the front of it. So that really is critical in nearly 99% of the companies and people I've worked with. That is the very first component. Without that, it makes everything much more difficult. So that's why we are coming out and really making sure our community, because that's something we do. We really just help build our community of entrepreneurs and business owners. And we want to ensure that we have these components set, because without it, we're kind of screwed.
And so Ryan, hey, go back 1 second, dude. So gang, I want you to get a full picture of what Ryan just put on the screen here. That left-hand side is the entry point. When you generate a lead, a person raises their hand and says, tell me more, right? What you're seeing on your screen is essentially what Ryan's going to build out for you on your one-on-one call with him, okay? So he's going to literally walk through. Yours may not look anything like this, and it may look almost identical to this. It depends on how you guys work it out with what's going to be best for your business. But if you really look at this, and what he's going to talk about the rest of the day is essentially this. Somebody comes in, they get a lead magnet. He's going to talk about what that is. I don't know why. Daniel, for some reason, I can't mute. Hang on 1 second. I'm just trying to. Once they come in, they're going to go to a thank you page, and then we got to get these folks on the phone so you can actually have a presentation or schedule an appointment to have a conversation with them. Down below there, you see the lead magnet delivery. They go to a download page where they actually get their free whatever we're going to come up with. And then simultaneously, your new lead is going to be given a nurture sequence, or, hey, how's it going? It's a song and dance between you and the lead in order to get to know them a little bit better. Okay, so don't let this scare you from a schematic point of view. Tech teams understand this, but I wanted to have Ryan show you kind of a generic, easy one to follow. So go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, and actually, I'm glad we brought this back, because the most important to our business, right? We are all in business not mostly all just for the fun of it. We want to have fun, but if we look at this, where are all arrows leading to? The money. All right. So this entire process is to get us to a sale, and this is, in some aspects, your money map, right? Map to the money. There we go. So generating leads has always presented challenges. Back in the day, in the past, most companies developed their business by advertising in the yellow pages, cold calling, direct mail, and mass media. I have done all of those things. Today's customers are more likely to come from an internet lead source. I think we can all contest to that and say without a doubt, yes. But comparatively, these are inexpensive and they are delivered in real time. When someone is making a buying decision, that is critically important. When you have a lead that comes in saying, hey, I'm interested in your business, and you can get a notification in real time saying, hey, Johnny just rose his hand and said he's interested. And if it's set up correctly, you could even give that person a call. I've done this, and it's like magic. So that is the difference using something online comparatively to snail mail or direct mail. I love direct mail, slow. This is real time, quick, fast. This is just a little chart that we pulled up. And this gives you a 2015, 7 years ago, without COVID, pre-COVID, from 2010 to 2015. Just look at the numbers of the comparison of what you get from internet compared to older traditional other mediums. And if we were to take a chart today, I could, without a doubt, say it surpasses that, probably at least 2 to 3 times the amount. So this is the reason why successful businesses that use landing pages to build their lists online. So what is a landing page? A landing page is a standalone web page that is created for visitors to land on after clicking on a link in an email. If you do ads on Google or Facebook ads, maybe you're doing YouTube videos, there's many different options, but these are this is the website that we're giving out. So when somebody then goes to it, this is where they're landing first, not a website where they can go off in a whole bunch of different areas. They're coming to your landing page. This is what the pros do. A landing page is created with a single goal in mind. And that goal is namely to lead visitors to a certain call to action. Only one call to action per page. And I'm going to go into a little bit more in depth into this, but that's the primary basis of what a landing page is.
And Ryan, that's one thing to keep in mind, gang, is like, let's say you go to a networking event, right? A networking event is a great place for you to send people to a landing page. Maybe it's a specific gift that you're giving away for those folks that are at that particular event, or it might be a report. But I will tell you that having taught and trained networking literally all over the planet Earth, the amount of energy that is lost when you go to a networking event by not having people come to a landing page is crazy making. Same with, now we've been in Zoom. It's very simple to say, hey, for all of you that are interested in blah, 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 private message me your email address and I'll send you a link to our landing page where you can get blah, 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 blah. You'll have way more people than you saying, hey, go to my website. We don't go to websites anymore. We certainly don't buy from a website. We haven't built any trust with anybody. They don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't remember you. Sending them to a website, this big whole long or bodacious website, pretty much useless.
I mean, it's true. I mean, there are uses for websites, yes. But with your first interactions, we're talking about lead, right? This is like the first time maybe we've met. We could have met. prior, or you see me or something of that nature. But this is really the very beginning journey of you and my relationship. Our relationship, business relationship together really starts off at this point. So that's really what we're talking about. Okay. So here's a couple of tips for publishing your landing page that you want to keep in mind. First and foremost, you need to identify your ideal audience and their needs. What is the problems in that niche or in that industry that you are going after? The audience the industry that audience is sitting in. And next, we need to create an enticing offer for that ideal audience, something that resonates with that audience, like right now, not 10 years ago. And we need to do something that really hits home right now to that audience. Okay. We want to ensure the landing page has only one specific purpose, and it's only one single call to action. Okay, this is primarily one of the biggest problems. I've worked with other clients that have said they've had a landing page, but it hasn't worked well for them. This is one of the primary reasons that we actually go in there and fix and optimize that to actually produce the results they want to. There's a couple of different things, and you know, we try to tell ourselves, well, it's more efficient and we can give them everything. No, we want one specific purpose. All the copy or content on that should just be about what you are offering, and that's it. You know, it's the benefits or the solution that offer will give to the person that is asking for it. If I get it, everything on that landing page should all pertain to the benefits, nothing else. It's not about you, how long you've been in business, how awesome you are. It's just about the benefit of whatever you're giving away or sell. You know, I don't want to say sell because this is not a sales page, but you know, you could do a little sale, you know, little cost for a lead magnet, that's fine. But again, all the content should pertain to that offer that you're giving away. You want to design that landing page with visual content. We love visuals as being online. That's another area where I've been pretty busy in the last couple of years as people have had landing pages. They worked 12 years ago. They got it built in 2010 when the internet just started. But you know, now COVID hit, everybody's online 24/7. And, you know, if I go to a really gross old HTML website that's like looks that was built in 2010, we're like, oh, you know, we're turned off, you know. So we want it to be visual, and videos are awesome. Okay. We need to connect that landing page to an email autoresponder. And we want to track and optimize the performance of that landing page. That is last on these tips, but the tracking and being able to track the landing page's performance is truly one of the metrics that actually allow your business to grow in a way that it has never grown before. And many businesses don't track that performance, and they're wondering why they're so stagnant. It's because you have no ability to measure anything. So without no measure, it's hard to get the results that you want to get.
Yeah. So Ryan, let's break this down for a second, guys. So listen, here's the thing. You were all sent to a landing page to come on tonight, right? So we said, hey, we're going to do a little webinar. We're going to teach a little bit about landing pages. I'm presuming 90% of you don't have a landing page. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been enticed to show up at an event talking about landing pages, right? Or maybe you have one, you just want to optimize it, right? But if we were trying to say, hey, come listen to us talk about landing pages, but then we said, hey, we're going to send you to a landing page and it's going to talk about how to find your suitcase if it gets lost on an airline, you'd be like, it's a little bit mismatched. So you came to a landing page. one call to action: sign up to come hang out with us for an hour and talk about landing pages. That was a call to action. Name, email address. What immediately happened to every one of you but one of you on here, the minute you signed in, you immediately got an email that said, hey, thanks for registering for tonight, appreciate it. And then you got another email just before this, about an hour ago, that said, hey, here's your link to sign up. We're following this exact same formula. It's how every business makes money in the real world, because they're generating leads. And what Ryan said is so critically important. The next evolution of this is when you start running ads and spending marketing dollars, driving people to your landing page, being able to track down and optimize it so you know what your opt-in rate is, meaning how many people that show up, what percentage of those people that show up at your landing page actually sign up for whatever you're giving away, and ultimately tracking them all the way through the sales process so that you can get down to the point where you put $1 into advertising, you should be getting $3 to $5 to $7 out on the back end of whatever you sell. And by the way, let me be very, very clear here. I might get my hand slapped a little bit, but if you are a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, and somebody that is just sending traffic to a company's website that you do not own, meaning you don't own it, you don't pay for the hosting on it, you are opening yourself up to having all of that traffic and energy and money wasted by you not bringing those folks into your sequence first, or your email system first, and then taking them over there. So on that diagram, when you and Ryan talk and you say, hey, I'm with Legal Shield, or I'm with Mailbox Power, or I'm with I'm with Lavelle or whatever, what he's going to say is, that's great, we'll push them over there afterwards as a thank you page, but we want to have them join your email list first, and then our thank you page could be, hey, go sign up or whatever. That way the people that don't sign up or don't join straight away or whatever, we can still nurture them throughout the process. Okay.
And the truth, gang, is that the corporations or the businesses, even network marketing, any of these companies that give you these self-replicating websites, they are tracking it. They have their own pixels on it, and they're able to market to those people that are landing there. You're building and driving all the traffic for them. They're able to track that. They are able to capture that via a Facebook pixel or Google Tag Manager. They are able to remarket to all of those people. Okay, so what we're saying is, hey, that's, they need to do what they need to do, but yet I'm going to make sure that I'm capturing this, and then I'm going to be getting the most out of my efforts. Really, all of this is about making sure that all of the effort that we put in, all that sweat equity, I mean, not all of it is dollars. I mean, it's time, and a lot of it. Get the most out of your efforts. This is how we do it. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that, Casey. Yeah. Quick little checklist. This is really just your 5-point checklist. This is it. No, landing pages don't need to be difficult. It really doesn't. We as business entrepreneurs, we sometimes make things way more difficult, and we try to plan these things out way too far without just, getting to the brass tacks of throwing something out there and seeing if it works. So, it's 5 things that we really need to make sure that we're hitting as we're building our landing page out. One, like I said earlier, an offer / lead magnet. So when I refer to offer, I'm not specifically talking about your #1 offer, like your primary bread and butter service, product, or good that you are going to be selling. That's not necessarily the offer I'm talking about. I refer to offer as it could, and I'll break this down a little bit in just a minute, but it's whatever we're offering on that landing page, and it has to be something. Usually it's in exchange for their contact information. Sometimes it could be a little sale, but the offer or lead magnet, 1, that's the first thing we have to cover before anything. 2, We need a website or a platform like Go Expand Now. These platforms have everything built in together, but you can use websites like WordPress. There's a bunch of different things out there, but you need something to host the web page, to give it that meta fluid, to be able to be showing up in the entire world. You have to host it. And domain is on my checklist, and it's on my checklist for every single customer that I deal with, because I feel that is critically important. I don't like self-replicating websites with a whole bunch of different things. I don't like websites with a slash this hyphen blah, blah. GoGetIt.com. It's $12 a year, ensuring that if you are on any type of media marketing your landing page, that you make sure that that person is going to your website, they ain't going somewhere else. So a domain is a kind of a safety net to make sure that happens. Email autoresponder to deliver the offer instantly and automatically, no buttons needed. Okay, so that is critical. And again, we'll talk about being able to track the performance. We need a performance tracking mechanism that allows us to see the metrics of what's happening with our landing page. Step one, who's ready? Crafting.
Are you guys ready? Drop a yes in the chat if you're ready to actually go through these steps and watch this. Okay, we got some yeses. Excellent.
Awesome.
Tiffany says yes, 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 yes. Okay, perfect.
Awesome, love
Fingers,
it. So,
fingers are a working.
so crafting your offer. Let's craft the offer. What do we need to do? Again, this is literally, I'm saying this twice to you, but please, please, please listen as we go through this, because this is really the way to set it up. You need to identify the audience that is best suited for your product or service. It is not everyone. Okay, it is not everybody. Like if I have a mirror and I can blow, it fogs up. Oh, you're my primary customer. No. Okay, we need to niche down. We always hear the riches are in the niches, riches in the niches. It's not everyone. The finer you define your audience, the more success you will have. Primarily, case in point, is if you need to just go, it's giving you the ability to use language that your audience identifies. So when you're too broad, it just goes over my head. You know, if I'm a business owner and words are, and I'm in a specific industry saying I'm a plumber, I don't necessarily want to know about a lot of all these things. If I just say, hey, if you're a small business, you want to go here. No, if I say, hey, if you're a plumber, go here to, 10 times your business, that talks to me. So identifying your target, your ideal audience, and really niching down to who exactly that customer is, allows you to craft your offer to them. And that's what gets you a result. Okay, the more specific you can get, the better results you will have.
And while Ryan's checking this out on the lead magnet, keep in mind, gang, that once you get past the landing page in that blueprint, right? Remember, and Ryan has another slide where he'll show you that blueprint again. Well, that landing page, you could have 50, 100 different landing pages, but everything that they get delivered is exactly the same, especially if you serve different clients. So let's say you're selling, you're selling a course on how to potty train. I'm looking at Ryan, he's got a baby on the way. So he's got a baby on the way. Now he's got lots of experience in potty training kids, because this is going to be number 4. But, talking to Ryan, you'd say, hey, if you're a brand new parent and if you're a brand new dad and you're scared to potty train your kid, check out our free giveaway, our top 20 steps to potty train your kid. If you're a brand new mom, potty train your kid. Same deliverability, different landing page is going to talk to different people. The closer you get to that actual person, the better off you're going to be.
Exactly, 100%. And you hit on something too, and I'll explain this in a little bit when we see the diagram, so we can really see the involvement of that. But I talk about landing pages. Um, the landing pages, we can have multiple different landing pages running. You could have multiple different types of offers or giveaways. And that can change, that's fine. We're still identifying the same audience, we're just giving them different things. But once they've opted in, after that, your sales process is almost identical. You know, regardless of how they came in, once they've came in the door, you know, it's almost business as usual. You have you should have pretty much a very standard of operations that you are running through as when someone comes in the door, how you treat them, the journey that they're at, where you're going with them, where you can take them, and then selling. Like that all pretty much looks the same.
Yeah,
So
I'll tell you, Ryan, I was just thinking of this, and I know we didn't even talk about this before, but anybody that comes into any one of my landing pages, it doesn't matter what, I've got a bunch of landing pages out there. We're running marketing dollars and advertising dollars to all of them, right? So whenever somebody opts into any one of my landing pages, literally the first email that they get is a, hey, my name is Casey. Let me tell you a little bit about kind of my background, because I want to hear all about you, your business, where you're coming from, everything. And I get responses back sometimes that are 3-4 pages long in people telling me about their business. And I love that, because now it allows me to look at how best I can serve them in either a coaching role, a consulting role, an advisory role, something like that. Or maybe it's not. Maybe they opted in for a report. We send them a report, and then they go along their merry way.
absolutely. I mean, business is business, and it all works with trust. You know, liking, trusting. You know, that all has to happen, and we're not changing those things. None of this changes that. This just gives us an actual process to show, you know, one, who we are, so somebody can like us. We're engaging, we're giving them abilities to engage with us on many different levels, on many different medias. So, but to get back to here, when identify your audience, and this is where the lead magnet comes in. I love this picture because it just literally, it explains what we are doing, right? Our lead magnet is, it needs to identify with our ideal audience, so it will attract them to us. Okay, we're the magnet. Let's attract the audience that we can best serve to us. Okay, and that's by putting out a lead magnet, some type of offer that audience can identify with. Examples of these lead magnets: ebooks. You can do physical books, guides, reports, webinars, events, just like this, courses, video. Even it doesn't have to be a PDF where it's, you know, download this. That's the easy, super easy way. If we're not comfortable with video, if you're comfortable with video, there's a lot cooler things that we can do that will engage the audience much better and authentically with video. That's why one of the reasons we love it. And even though you think you might be horrible at it, your audience may not, and most of the time don't. And they can identify with authenticity much more than polished person over here trying to sell me something. Okay, so video content is awesome. Freebies, all of these things, free trials, free consultations, or even a paid consultation. Not limited to these. These are just all examples, and there could be many more. But these are the things that usually I'm going when the customer's coming to me, one of my clients, and we are going to go down the landing page route. You know, we have a couple of questions that I'm knocking out first, but then when we say, okay, we know these, now let's go into the lead magnet. Usually it's going to be one of these things that we can kind of refer to as how we can craft the offer to lead them into this.
Yeah, and so on these lead magnets, you guys, these can be a ton of different things. Whatever is going to best serve your customer. So I saw one this past weekend where they were giving away a calculator to help calculate mortgage. I've seen calculators to help credit card interest rates. I've seen calculators given away to generate return on investment for a particular investment. I literally this morning I was on a global call for an affiliate-based company, and the CEO was on there, and he said, "Hey, we've created this ginormous document that's all about this particular topic." And I immediately went, "Well, there's a lead magnet." So no one's going to get that document from me unless they give me a place to send it. So we'll create a landing page that says, "Hey, if you're interested in this topic, I've got a massive document that's best practices to help you make more money in your business. Where should I send it?" And then that document will become a lead magnet for generating sales for that particular thing. Sometimes we've seen this where say, "Hey, buy my book, free plus shipping." Right? So you go, "Oh, I really want that book." You pay $6. Now that's a paid one. Let's just keep them on the freebies at the moment. I just recorded a mini course this on Sunday where we are creating a sequence of 5 videos that we're doing for a particular niche that we're now building out the landing page for, so someone will be able to opt in order to get that 5-part mini course, and it's going to really help them grow profits in their business, right? So this is one of the things that you want to talk with Ryan about when you guys meet. If you're stuck and you're like, "I don't even know what's available, what's out there as a lead magnet," I have a site here, Casey'sPick.com. It's going to take you to a site where you can literally, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of different lead magnets that you can literally, they're like 30 cents. They're not expensive, but once you buy it, it's yours and you can use it how many ever times you want. It's a great site. I use it all the time. You can do PowerPoints from it. You can do courses. You could build an entire business off the freebies and stuff given away that you can find there. So it's Casey'sPick.com is the site you guys want to maybe just jot down.
Yeah, and even just going to there, getting ideas, just kind of, sparking some ideas that can be really helpful as well. Buying it for $1 just to have and then tweak. I mean, you could take 50% of it away, tweak some of it, and that could be it. It doesn't have to be complicated, but yeah, Casey'sPick.com, that's a really cool resource you all should check out to help you kind of pick some lead magnets, or at least maybe come up with some cool ideas. Step 2. Now we get into some of the actual, putting the work hat on and getting down to building this landing page. Let's generate some leads with a landing page. So again, representing this, the landing page is a web page designed to take the visitor that lands there. They're not your lead yet. We've put advertising, we've put branding, we've jumped around like a monkey and sung the song and dance and, "Hey, I'm awesome." And then someone's like, "Oh, this guy's cool enough. I'll go over here to get a little bit more information to see what he's talking about." They come over to the landing page. That is our opportunity to now take that visitor and put them onto our list, our email list that we own. One of the biggest assets in every successful business I have ever came across in my entire business career. Building the list is critical, and that is your asset. That is where we're doing it. We're having the landing page, being able to now have that visitor come in and stick with us. Now they're ours, we have them forever. All right. So on that landing page, it is an enticing offer. Okay. And it's a form that allows the visitor to give their information in exchange for whatever that offer is. Point and blank, that's all it is. Okay. When do we use these landing pages? Email marketing, 100%. Social media posts. You may be here tonight because of a social media post that we put out, and we said, hey, go here if you want to learn how to build a landing page. We put a link in there, and then you're here. Podcast, when we in the Platinum Inner Circle, we talk a lot about some of the really other ways to start getting into audiences that you may not have much ability to step into. Podcasts are awesome to be able to do something like that and talk to a targeted or an ideal audience for your product, good, or service. Now, how do we talk to if it's somebody else's audience that we're going to somebody else's podcast? Well, how do we get their audience to come to us and get on our list? Landing page. Google ads, Facebook ads, you can do this on postcards, flyers, presentations, business cards, meetup. All of these are ways that where you can use the actual landing page.
And you could even take it and attach a QR code to the landing page and put that QR code in, say, a greeting card. You could literally do it on a billboard, on the back of a bus if you wanted. I mean, you could do all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah, in our direct mail, in our direct mail days, we bought lists, but when you buy those lists, they're actually not yours. You're renting those names. You can only own the name if they respond to the offer. So you have to send out multiple different direct mail pieces. You only get that name for a quarter, but you can only send them you can only send it depending on the list. This can change, but just because you buy a list doesn't, in what we were doing, and when you do this high end, you don't necessarily own that name. You're renting that name, and you only own it if they respond to the offer. The only way to own it is if they go to a landing page, get their information in there, and then you can actually own that name. But creating the content for your landing page, very, very, very simple yet important, is if we're trying to figure out, what do I do with a landing page? Just pick the most relatable problem your ideal audience is experiencing now. There's some pretty cool websites. I didn't put it here. I think it's like Answer the Public. There's some websites. There's a lot of things you can just research. I mean, this is your business. Research this stuff. One of the best ways is just asking questions, going in Facebook groups, talking to people, being a real person and asking. But looking at the biggest problem that your audience is facing right now is the key for your landing page. That's what I try to do. That's what we go and work with clients, are trying to identify the biggest problem that your audience is facing. The most critical, if when we are putting this together, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, we are talking about one thing on our landing page. Okay, the landing page is about the offer, the benefits the offer gives, the problems the offer gives a solution to. This has nothing to do with you. Okay, this is one of the biggest problems. Hence the big highlighted, this is not about you. Remember, it's the very kind of that first meeting place. If I'm putting an offer out into the marketplace, it has to identify with me of value. So a lot of people think, oh, I have to give, this is where I give all my credibility and my testimonials and a lot of these things. Now, granted, there are some landing pages that we can do those things with, kind of does depend on the offer, but in most cases, you don't want any of that. It complicates the process. It complicates the decision to the visitor to go ahead and give you their information. Okay, so it's really keep it as simple as possible. A little exercise that can help you in really just going about this is writing a brief explanation that explains these three things. What do you got? What will it do for them, your audience, and how they can get it? That's it. That little exercise, and if you just jot those things down, that is essentially your landing page content. Okay. Some of the most simple landing pages convert the best. Like I said, there's a lot of different theories and a lot of different proven things, but it really comes down to a confused mind never buys. In this aspect, a confused mind is not going to put their information in that landing page and giving you them the contact information. They're just going to be like, oh, maybe this isn't what I wanted, right? Except for, so when I come from the meta universe onto a landing page, all I want to make sure that I'm looking at is making sure I clicked on, hey, I want to build a landing page. Now I go over to a landing page. Yes, you sign up for this event, you're going to learn how to build a landing page, right? If I took you over from Facebook and said, hey, go over this link if you want to build a landing page. And like Casey was saying earlier, now I'm talking about, how to groom your cat, like we're done. So it's very effective to be simple. Okay. Some of the best converting landing pages I've ever had consisted of two things: a headline and a form. That's it. Or maybe it's a button that you hit and then it pulls up a form, but that's it. Some examples. This is a PIC member that we have, Gary. This is just he's in the real estate space and helping real estate investors, and this is kind of a lead-in to the it's targeted, or it's for his ideal audience, yet it's not going into all the complexity of who he is and what he's done and all his 10 years of doing this and how. No, it's, hey, you want a quick little formula on how to retire in 5 to 10 years with confidence? Put your name here and I'll give you some really good information. It's the very first meeting place of how we're interacting with folks. A couple more examples for you. This is actually something I've used. It was for a network marketing company, but this is an example. Actually, this is not a self-replicated website. I know that people in network marketing, they want residual income. That's what we're all about. So we're putting something out like this to attract the audience that wants to know how to leverage their income. It has nothing to do with the company or me or anybody else. It's about income. And if you want to generate royalties, things of that nature. Here's a trading site that we put together. This is going and very, very, I use the word targeted. I know Casey hates the word targeted, but this is talking to people that are interested in doing and trading, and this is for a signaling service that is offered that gives you the ability to just take a signal and where to buy, where to sell. This isn't pertaining to you. If we gave you how to build a landing page and then took you over here, it's completely off market or off the message. So this is going only to audiences that are interested in trading. This is another example. All of these examples, as you can see, they're not really too complex. They're just, a little bit of context around a headline. This is somebody that helps, that it's a business coach, or they're a coach that helps step parents really be able to feel a part of the family, not like the outsider, but how not to get trampled all over, and she coaches this, and this is something that we put together to start that conversation with step parents. It's very, very, we're eye to eye with step parents, right? We're not talking about anybody. We've niched down. We're talking about step parents. Another Platinum Inner Circle member, Peggy, super awesome. And this is a way that she again works in the real estate space with investors. Casey could talk much about her, but this is a landing page to give them financial educational videos. Why? Because she can help them invest in properties that can set them up for a lifetime. This is a nest, building your nest egg. So we are going out into the marketplace talking about how we can do that through financial freedom and the video series on coaching on that. But this isn't talking about the decades and decades of experience that she has in the space and how much money she's made or how much she's made other people. It's not talking about that. It's specifically talking about the offer of, if you put your name here, you're going to get a financial freedom video series delivered right into your inbox. Okay. Once they put their information in this form, I've captured the lead. So I know that, Johnny is now a lead. This person is interested in how they can use commercial real estate to be financially free. Now, once they've given me their information, now I can market to them. I can tell them all about me. There's a time and place for that. Landing page, there isn't a time and place for that. Okay.
And I'll tell you guys, Peggy is one of our coaching clients. Consuela, I'm so glad you asked, because I literally am just about to address this. So you may notice on Peggy's here that she asked for the phone number. The reason is that she's dealing with people and large sums of money. She is a real estate syndicator. So she helps raise money for real estate deals. And she also helps people take their money and invest it. So she has to get on the phone. So this landing page, literally, she doubles her business every single year. Like, she's really PO'd this year because she's not tripling it. This will be the first year she doubles versus triples it from the year before. Simply because, Consuelo, when somebody puts their phone number in there, she literally has one of her team pick them up and call. They get a call before they even get an email from her. Somebody's on the phone with them, basically saying, hey, how can I help? I see you're interested in getting financial free with commercial real estate. How can I help? So, and she also employs a text strategy, which Denise just alluded to in here. So we don't even ask for phone numbers. We'll ask for that on the second one. In Peggy's case, she wants to be on the phone. She makes her money when she's on the telephone. Okay. So, okay, Ryan, I just want to.
A real quick question on this one, just out of curiosity. The picture of Peggy there, is that actually a little video?
Yeah.
That is a video. This is just a screenshot, but that is a video. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. A case in point with why when I work with a client, we do the mapping out of this. It's a strategy of what we need out of our leads, what we need. Just because Peggy's asking for phone numbers, do you need to ask for a phone number? This has to do with mapping out the journey, what we are asking for, why we're asking for it, what's the back end offer. This is part of the strategy call that we have and that we set up, is figuring those things out. What do we need to ask for? What do we not need to ask for? Is it going to hurt our conversion or better our conversion? These are all things that we can use, and it's going to be different. The strategy of a landing page stays the same. The components can be tweaked, but that is customized to you, your industry, your offering, your service, your good. All of those things are going to be different. A lot of people just ask for email. That's it. You know, it is one of those cliche, it depends, but it depends on those things. And that's why we have to kind of map this out. And I do, well, when you get on a strategy call with us, mapping it out, you'll see how I deal with this and nip it in the very first question that I ask. And this is how we determine what we really need to ask for. In her case in point, yes, it was important to do that. So that's why we added it.
And she actually calls every single person. So
she has a team too.
She gets less leads coming through, but she literally gets on the phone literally within seconds of somebody coming through there, and she's got an entire team. So sorry, Ryan, I know I'm
no worries. Exactly. We actually round robin that to our team. So as leads come in, we can round robin it. We can prioritize who gets the lead, all those fun things. So Step number 3. Now we've identified the audience. We've now built a landing page, and hey, look at that. We actually got a lead from our landing page from those efforts. Now what? Step 3, we need to deliver that content immediately. Okay. Leads don't like to be kept waiting. They can't. Whoa, Donna, how did that happen? I got a mark on my machine. Leads don't like to be kept waiting. If you delay in delivering the content promised, I can almost guarantee you they will lose interest or turn to a competitor instead. We all know that our email inboxes are bombarded. They can be lost. You know, if you send out your offer and the next day, it could be completely lost. So one, it has to happen immediately. And let's face it, we are in the day and age of wanting and needing everything now and instantly. So this is not a nice thing to have. This is an essential thing to have. Just to kind of go into the contents of really just a case and study of what I'm talking about, a lead response survey performed by the Harvard Business Review indicated that in general, business-to-business leads receive extremely slow response time from sales teams. Okay, us. Okay, here are some of the shocking results. This is from the Harvard. This is the Harvard Business Review. This is not just they took it to people. This is across the board, probably hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of businesses. Okay, the average response time of business-to-business companies to their leads was 42 hours, almost 2 days. Okay, only 37% of companies respond to their leads within an hour. 16% of companies responded within 1 to 24 hours. 24% of companies took more than 24 hours, and 23% of the companies never responded at all. Never. 23%. What in the heck is the point of doing this if you don't even respond? Don't get me started. The first and last statistic, well, I just kind of gave that away. These are the most shocking things to me. 42 hours in average response time for a lead, 23% of companies not responding at all. This keeps me busy because I have a lot of work to do for companies that aren't doing this. Okay, this is why my time is limited, because we go in, and if we can just change these 2 things, like the conversion goes out the roof, like it skyrockets. If you just change some of these things, like your entire business is awesome, but you don't have this, and the results you're wanting are not happening. You do this, you get the result. Keeping your leads in purchase mode by following up instantly and automatically. That's what we're talking about. Keeping them interested, engaging with them where they're at in real time is critical. So kind of going back to this metrics or this diagram here of what we're doing, as we're saying, the landing page is in the forefront of your sales generation machine. So we have the lead magnet opt-in, right? Though that can change. We already talked about that. We can have 5 different landing pages running at once across different medias. We can be offering on the front end many different things, all pertaining to the audience, yes, but they can be different. Once they come in, once that opt-in happens, almost, I would say nearly 90% of this whole entire process is the exact same. And let's see what's happening here. What are we doing? They opt in. Okay, we send them to what we call a thank you call to action page. It's not just a thank you for signing up. Here's your, go check your email. What we want to do is we opt in, and then with all of the clients, what we're doing is a thank you call to action page. From now we can actually offer them something. This is the place where we can start putting some credibility on who we are, so they can identify and we can talk eye to eye with these people, with these leads, to get them more further engaged with us. So why? They can know us, like us, and trust us, right? So they came in the door. Now it's our opportunity to start showing the credibility of what we've done and who we've helped through testimonials, through videos, through different other offerings, right? But this is now the time for some of those things. But if we look at the top here, the top is really, we want to be able to create a streamlined journey for a lead, or a visitor, then a lead. We want them to get to a prospect, book an appointment that leads them to money, leads us to being able to go to the bank. So there's on the very top, if a lead takes that route, awesome, great. You have to design it. You have to allow them to be able to take that route. 50% won't. 50% are not ready. That's fine. But that's why when you see underneath there, now the LM delivery, that's lead magnet delivery. So we're now delivering instantly right after they opt in. They get that one thing that we've offered, and then they get the ability to go download that, and that's the report. But that's really kind of just the stopping point of there. But what happens after that, once they've got that, now we talk about a nurturing email sequence. We've heard of this nurturing email thing, and what is that doing? Well, look at it. What is it all leading to? We're ultimately, and this can change, that's why we need to go in and customize this per business, depending on your good service or whatever your back end, your bread and butter, your primary offer, that has to be maybe tweaked a little bit. But ultimately, before somebody can maybe go forward and giving us money, they need to talk to us. Well, we make sure that every single lead is given the opportunity. If they've missed it once, we need to make sure 2 days later they're getting another chance to connect with us. 2 days after that, another chance. 2 days after that, another chance. We have to make sure that we are staying in front of them and giving us a chance to be able to even have a conversation to sell our good and service. Without those appointments, we're not making money, right? So this is kind of the machine that, and this looks like a lot, it can be set up fairly quickly. Like I've done this in like 24 hours at the, working diligently, but with the right system and the right templates and things in place, this can be done fairly fast. And the cool thing about it is once it's set up, and the thing just runs like clockwork. And then all we're doing is optimizing what's happening with it. Where are they going? Where are they stopping? How do they get there? Optimizing maybe our emails to do something different to get them to appointment. That's the stuff that we can move forward in, but it's set up and it's a system. The number one problem with online lead generation is many companies do not have a well-coordinated process to handle the leads. Point and blank, very simple. They just don't have the process to be able to handle. Even if they were getting 5,000 leads coming in, they have no ability to actually handle that amount. So, and some people never get to that area because they don't have systems and processes in place, and they're just doing onesie twosie stuff. But this ability to able to get leads coming in and actually treat them all well and treat them and they feel like they're cared about, we have to have a process to do that. This is what it looks like without a process. I mean, a landing page without a process, it is not scalable, right? It is not sustainable. You cannot sustain a business without a process. If you only need one client a year, maybe, okay? 2 clients a year, possibly. But for most of us, 99% of us, it is not possible to sustain or scale your business, okay? And if you can't scale your business, you will never most likely get to the height of where you want to get with your business. If we're not talking scaling and margins and being able to do, like, we're not talking a business, we're talking a hobby, okay? I'm talking business. I'm talking about actually what you quit everything else and what you're working 20 hours a day on. Like, let's get that to the point where we can start taking ourselves out and actually enjoying that business that we were really built and that we really went for in the beginning. So why do lead generation systems fail? We don't have one. First, we just don't have it. It's too complicated to set up, as we think it's too complicated to set up. The message to market mismatch. That's what we're talking about, bringing you over to build a landing page, and we're talking about grooming a cat. You know, that's that mismatch. We need to make sure we're on point with our message to market. It sounds too expensive. Hey, this all sounds great, but right now I'm struggling. I don't have enough money to do all these things, because we're talking about how much is this? You know, where you think all this daunting stuff is going to be way too much money, but in all actuality, the return on the investment is not recognized. That's why we're not spending the money. If you have a recognition of when you put $1 in, you're going to get 2 out, you are going to find I'm almost willing to sell one of my kids to get that. So like, if I need to get that $1 to put in to get 2, like, I'm going to do that no matter what. But we haven't recognized that return on investment. If that's one of the biggest things of why we're not setting these things up, because it's just not mapped out and seen what is actually possible and how we can actually turn this stuff into money. And that's the whole point. So let me ask you a question. Do you need more leads? Do you need more customers? Do you want to keep your clients longer? Do you want to scale your business? And come on, guys, do you need a landing page? Let's create your custom lead generation blueprint. This is the very first step of how we can actually not talk about this, not hear about it one more time. Let's actually get it done. You know, we're here to help actually get it done. That's the main purpose of this entire presentation, why we're talking tonight. I'm so glad that you've been able to come on here so we can have this conversation, because I know this is not all the first time we've heard some of this information, but let it be not another day, week, month, year go on that you have to hear me talking about how to build a landing page and you don't have one. Like, let's actually do the very first step on actually getting this built for your business. This is not yours. I'm here to help you and your journey with your customers so you can actually get the things that you want out of your business. This is the offer, folks.
Yeah.
Right now, that's the offer.
So Ryan, so a bunch of folks are trying to get in and saying that the site's not secure or whatever. So you guys just go to www.expandthesale. Don't put HTTP or HTTPS in front of it. Just go to expandthesale.com.
Yeah.
And it should take you straight there. So for some reason, if for some reason you are having trouble getting into it, just private message Ryan your email address, and he'll send you out a link. Is that cool, Ryan?
Yeah, but what you did, you put www. It's definitely secure. So if I did this,
I put the HTTP and I got the same thing.
Yeah, because HTTP is not secure, but it's not a HTTP, it's HTTPS.
Debbie, the answer is yes. So just hit up Ryan and we'll get you taken care of.
Okay.
I have a technical question.
Yeah.
Here in 2022. And that is, so I went to this, I filled it in, filled my info, phone, blah, blah, blah. popped into your calendar, picked my time, and then had to fill it all in again. Is it really not possible for that to auto-populate from the jump?
No, it is possible. The reason is because I have it on 2 different funnels. What we call that is sticky contact. And because I literally built this like an hour before, I would have to do the purpose of it is it's built on 2 different funnels. Otherwise, it would have actually taken the contact information from that and then put them into that.
I
Yeah.
wanted to know it's at least doable. That's fine. I completely get what you're saying.
Yeah, here's the other reason, Claire. This is not an offer that we're gonna go out to, like, this is not a standard thing. This is, Ryan just came to me and said, I want to get these people help and I want to just be able to sit and do a blueprint for them. So this was not built out like we normally build things out. All of them we build out with our clients are sticky like that. It's just with this, he was doing it very quick because it's $49 and it was really fast just to get you guys an entry point for him to be able to sit down and kind of map out a blueprint for you.
Oh, for someone who has been finishing my PowerPoints 5 minutes before my meeting, I completely get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do, actually don't put www, just do expandthesale.com. That will get you in there. So if you just do expandthesale.com, and how about we do this to make it really easy? Okay, that's what it is.
There you go. Awesome, you guys. Hey, Ryan, take yourself off share there. And anybody have any questions in what Ryan went through? I just can't. I'll throw you guys on gallery here. If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand or take yourself off mute. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, gang, those of you that don't have landing pages, you're getting smoked by your competition. Like, I'm just gonna flat out call it. It is what it is. You have a landing page, even for like Stu. I'm looking at Stu. Stu runs an amazing Facebook group for people that are interested in getting into the keto lifestyle, right? He should have a landing page that's like join the ketorevolution.com. They go there, they put in their information, and then the thank you page takes them over to Facebook. That way they're on his email list. He can give the amazing recipes for keto, talk about why people don't get into keto, what makes them drop off the keto lifestyle, so that he can follow up with them in an automated sequence over time to be able to stay in touch with them and keep bringing them back into the fold. So ultimately, they hire him or use his services or buy his affiliate programs or whatever he wants to do. But without that, it's tough.
For the first time, Casey and Ryan, for the first time ever, and I'm not new online. I was, doing HTML a long time ago and all that. I finally get the drift of how this works and why it's important. And even for my business, which I couldn't figure out how it would fit in, I do now. Love
awesome.
it.
So Claire, let's talk about your business. So Claire is a real estate investor. They flip houses primarily out in Florida and in California. She does a weekly show called The Deal of the Week. So Claire, everywhere you go, you could be saying, hey, if you want to be invited to our, I think it's Monday at 5, our Monday at 5 Deal of the Week, we'd love to invite you. Tell me where to send your invite. Boom. Now they join that email list. And then every week, Monday at 4:45, an email goes out. Hey, you're going to come see an amazing event going on, this, blah, blah, blah. And you can direct them back to your Facebook page or your YouTube channel or wherever you're going to deliver that. But now all those people are interested, right? Deborah Thorne's on here. She does a leverage conference. So throughout the entire year, everything she could be doing is driving people to say, hey, let me tell you about, are you a speaker, author, coach, entrepreneur? We've got 5 things to determine whether or not your business is leveraged. Give me your name and email address. Tell me where to send it. Right? We've got Stephanie Kane on. She runs Oasis Palisades, which is a health and wellness spa down in Oasis Palisades. Hey, would you like a free facial, or would you like a free massage, or would you like a free blah, 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 blah? Hey, tell me where to send it. Boom. Now she has it, and she can market to those people over time. So if they want to come in on a facial, maybe she runs a special on massage. Maybe she runs a special on frequency jewelry. Maybe she runs a special on on whatever it is. Now she has them on her email list. This is why I think a lot of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs and micropreneurs struggle, because they're not looking at this in a way that is going to make them money. They're looking just in time. One person, sit down. I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to talk to them about my service, and then I'm done. Bring them in through a landing page, and then nurture that person throughout a year. And that way, gang, it is literally like printing money on demand. When your company or your product or whatever has a special or a sale or whatever, or a promotion or a contest that you're promoting, it's just quickly going, hey, everybody, I want everybody to come on this, and boom, now that you have a people buy, and it's done. Let me put this in different perspective for you. Your email subscriber list should be at minimum in sales, making you $1 per month per subscriber. That's an easy kind of way to think about it, right? I want you to think about this. You have an email list of 10,000 people, should be making $10,000 a month off that email list. Okay. So some people say, well, yeah, but I'm going to go promote my product or my service or my good or whatever. Great. Except once they're gone, you better have really a badass website to be able to do that. Right? You run a veterinarian office, right? What do we know? Hey, did you get a new critter? Great. Tell me, do you have a kitty or a kitty or a puppy? Boom. Now we've got somebody, we're going to only talk to them about kitties, or we're only going to talk to them about puppies. Come in. Hey, it's time for the rabies shot. It's time for DHLPP shot. Hey, it's time for this, right? Hey, we have a new promotion that we're running, spay or neuter. Do you have a female kitty or a male kitty? Female kitty, hey, come in and have her spayed, right? Female dude, hey, make your kitty's balls go away, right? Whatever. And you can continue that process and go throughout the entire life. My dad was a veterinarian, so I speak in vet terms, right? And I'm looking at Annette with poor Disney. So gang, here's the deal. This is really simple. Ryan is not $49 to go have a conversation with. This is literally just a way for him to sit down with you and get all of what's in your head mapped out on a piece of paper. And he's going to literally hand you a piece of paper at the end with that document on it. If you've got a tech team that wants to implement it, have at it. You're never going to find him for $49 to do this. I promise you, right? Now, we can do it. That's not what we're here for. We're here to get you guys at least started with the map of the process, right? So if that works for you, go to expand the sale. It's $49 for crying out loud. You can pop it on PayPal. That's 4 Starbucks, right? Or I don't know. I live in Los Angeles, so it's literally 3 gallons of gas.
It's for some weird reason, I love doing this. It's just like, I actually enjoy, that's what we said, high concept. Like, I've talked to really high-end marketers that do very similar things, but they don't even touch some businesses that are maybe new to the market because they're too scared of being liable for failure, right? I've worked with so many businesses in so many different ranges of different products, goods, or services, and literally, I have some very strict criteria and checkpoints that I go through to get me and you to know what we need to pin down to move forward. So that's really what it is. So I've had this conversation with many different people that I'm building, websites with, and I mean big websites like $10,000 or more. These are the conversations. Same exact very first step that I'm having with them is that what I'm having with you.
Yeah.
It's something that I do enjoy, and I think we'd have a good time of doing it. And it really gives me the ability to give back to the community.
Yeah. So Tiffany asked a great question, Ryan. I just want to make sure that we're super clear. This is not building your landing page. This is not trying to go out and find your lead magnet and all of this rigmarole. For $49, you're going to have a conversation with Ryan, and he's going to map it out and give you a piece of paper that looks like that blueprint of where the nurture sequence is, where the thank you page is, and diagram it out. If you want his help, He can help you further. But I want you to be able to take that and go to your tech team. If you've got a tech team, if you don't, he can work that out with you. But what you get for $49 is like the biggest steal in the history of no-brainers. So he's going to literally map it out, give it to you. So Chris works with Legal Shield. He works with Legal Shield. So it might be the top seven reasons if you don't have a will, your family's going to hate you when you die, right? Or whatever. Or the top 7 reasons why identity theft is such a big problem and you could be next. He's also a real estate agent. So, the top 7 reasons why investing in upstate New York is a smart idea, right? And if you do choose to use our platform, you can build out gazillions of landing pages. You don't have to use our platform, but so I've got a bunch of you that have private messaged me that you're like, I can't believe he's doing this for $49. I'm in. so I think he's crazy. But again, the guy wants to give back because we just watch business after business after business after business not set this up. And I can tell where they're going to be 30, 60 days from now. If you don't have leads coming into business, you don't have appointments, you don't have presentations, or you're not making sales, we gotta get someplace. We gotta start this puppy. It's a necessity, or you just be out of business.
And just to let you know, so what happens, you are directed to my calendar. You pay $49 and then you go right to the calendar and you book your time that we will connect.
Yeah, it'll be the best, however many minutes you spend with him, it will be the best investment for $49. And I'll even say this, if for some reason you're not totally happy with that, call me, get a hold of me, and I'm happy to kick you back to $49. I mean, it's, like I said, if you live in Los Angeles, it's like 3 gallons of gas. Other places, I don't know where you are. But with that, you guys, we are over time. Thank you so much for jumping on, Ryan. I appreciate it. Great job. We have Ryan and the team build out every one of my landing pages, every company I advise and coaches clients. We know what we're doing. We've got this dialed in, and it's all going to start with you guys getting your blueprint. Okay. So with that, expandthesale.com. We will send this recording out. Just know that because we had some markings on it, we'll probably do a redo of this a little bit later, but we'll get you guys this video out as soon as we get it downloaded and uploaded. Okay. Awesome, guys. Have an awesome night. We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.
Great job, Ryan.
Oh, thanks, YT.
Thank you.